What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Game 2 of my 2 out of 3 set for the International Teams Challenge, which is a primarily Latin American tournament that I'm playing in. Really enjoying, and I'm playing versus Pablo. So, Game 1, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's super interesting for some people, depending on how much you like napping. But this is Game 2. This is a different game. So, go watch that Game 1. It's just an incredible game, back and forth. Really fascinating. And yeah, we're jumping into Game 2. So, once again, guys, if you're just joining us, thank you. That's cool. I hope your day is going well. Okay, so today was a day that I actually should have gotten destroyed in terms of like I had a test and it was in my hardest class, but it actually went okay. And I had a quiz and I think it went alright, so yeah. So I hope your day is also going well. Although your day when you're watching this is different than my day, the current day. But you know what, that's okay. So anyway, this is a team I'm testing for Florida Regionals, which is in about a week. I have to decide what I want to do because I'm not really advanced enough to know what to do. I think his only option is to lead Raichu here. I think that's literally he has to lead Raichu or he has to go to take a nap. So I think I'm gonna capitalize on that and do what I was planning on doing Game 1, which is if he leads Raichu, just fake out the partner and Sludge Bomb the partner or Icy Wind, depending on who the partner is. Yeah. I think that's solid. Is there anything I would rather do than this? Ooh, actually, I have some ideas. But I think my ideas are all based on this. So, he knows what he wants. I know what I want. I want him to take a nap. Yeah. Scarf Smeargle is super threatening. Also, I could go Hitmontop, and I think Hitmontop would actually be super solid here. I'm just a little bit afraid of Raichu Yveltal lead if I go Hitmontop. So, he's going to lead Raichu, and I think that is Yveltal, yeah. So, this is actually genuinely the lead I expected to see. Game 1. It's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and I need to decide if I want Icy Wind or if I want a Sludge Bomb. I think I want Icy Wind. And I'll go for a Fake Out. Plan here is, okay, here's what I'm expecting. Fake Out into Smeargle, attack with Yveltal. And in that case, then I go Icy Wind, and then I get Speed Drops on both his Pokemon. So then I protect my Gengar and go into Groudon, and then I sub Fire Punch. Because my Groudon, or maybe sub Pressure's Blades, it depends on what I'm feeling. Sub Fire Punch I think is better. It depends on if his Raichu's physical or special. Hopefully I'll figure that out in the Protect turn. But yeah, basically I can KO either of these Mons. I might not be able to KO Yveltal, but if I can get it down to -1 speed, it's going to be a lot less threatening. I just really have to watch out for Sucker Punch, to be honest. I could also sub if I wanted, but I think going after the Yveltal is better. He also might be afraid of sub, so I think he's less likely to Sucker Punch in general here. So he doesn't go for Protect, so hopefully, I'm really hoping this is Fake Out into huge damage. Okay, that's Fake Out into Smeargle as I expected, which is really totally fine by me. And I go for an Icy Wind, and I do connect. I believe that's with both. Not totally sure about that. Let's see, I don't know the damage calcs well enough to know if either of those are weakness policy, unfortunately. Icy Wind's not a very strong move. Gengar is super high base special attack, but overall I just had absolutely 0.00 clues. And so basically, if you're wondering, I'm going to protect this turn. My switch out is super, I have to switch out or I can fake it out again, but I want to switch out, but I don't think there's much he can do about it. He could Volt Switch himself. But that's why I think so basically, give you guys some insight. The reason why I started with this team, the reason I ended up with this team is just that I thought Mega Gengar Primals is really strong. In a different set, I'm playing, this team plays very differently than my Worlds team, even though they both have Mega Gengar and Kyogre and Hitmontop and Bronzong and stuff. It plays very differently because this team is more focused around trapping the opponent in with a Primal, especially at reduced speed, which is what he currently is. Just because it's so hard to stop the damage output and they can't switch. So the main way that people beat the Primals is or the main way people reduce the Primal's damage output is to stop their strong STAB boosted weather boosted attacks, but you can't do that if you can't switch. And so that's kind of the general theory here. And so he can just attack into my Groudon, but with Raichu and Yveltal, I'm not too worried about the damage output. I think I should be able to live. Yeah, that's a Volt Switch, so we figured out the move and a knockoff. Both into Gengar, which is super interesting. What's my best move here? I kind of want to sub with both. The problem is that if I let him bring in Kyogre? Here's the problem. If I let him bring in Kyogre for free, my Groudon's just kind of in trouble. And I can't stop him from Volt Switching. Ooh, actually, you know what I can do? Oh, that's so clever. That's actually super clever. So even my Gengar, okay, so also part of the idea was that I wanted a really strong matchup versus my Worlds team. And so, oh, but Fire Punch might not KO, so this could go badly. I'm expecting either a Protect with Yveltal or a Knockoff with Yveltal. Let's see. So he does go for Protect. That's all right. You can't win them all. We didn't win this one in the short term. In the long term, though, I feel more comfortable. I definitely could have. Ooh, that's super bad. That's super bad. That's super bad. I didn't expect a Nuzzle. I could have just subbed. I was gonna sub. Oh, we might expect a Sable. That's really bad. He can switch now. Should I just let him take the KO? I don't really want to let him take the KO. Expecting Raichu into Kyogre. Ah, that's super unfortunate. Getting paralyzed is bad. It's not the end of the world. It's just that I would have expected a Volt Switch and and for him to go into Kyogre. Because I could have just subbed. I was going to just sub, but then I was like, oh, like I know what he's gonna do. But I mean, it ended up working out super well. Maybe he expected an attack with my Gengar, which is weird because never mind. It's fine. Like it's fine. Yes, we haven't learned anything about speeds because his Raichu is -1. So my Kyogre is in. Hopefully, this is Raichu into Kyogre and and fake out onto Yveltal. No full paralysis. What? Ooh, it's gonna Volt Switch me. That's really clever. It's gonna Volt Switch Smeargle. But I could have just Dark Voided. What? What is he doing? He must have read me. He must have known. He knew. He so knew. Oh, that's good. Now I can do whatever I want. Okay. We live in. This is tough. This is actually tough. I actually don't know what to do. I kind of want to sacrifice Smeargle here. And go for like an Origin Pulse. He might have Thunder. How do I win this? Gotta get rid of the Primals. He could have Mence, Landorus, or Ferrothorn in the back. Okay, I'm gonna start actually trying to play smart. Though I might have put myself at too big of a disadvantage. Oh, he might not even bring in Yveltal. He could bring in something else. Mence might actually be pretty problematic for me, to be honest. Like, if he goes Mence and then he goes Hyper Voice Thunder, am I going to be okay? I don't know. Especially if I'm fully paralyzed. Maybe Origin Pulse is better. No, he goes into Yveltal, so we'll never know. So I think in this situation, I'd like to just Origin Pulse, I think, and try to get rid of this Yveltal and Dark Void. Like, with the intention of sacrificing Smeargle. I don't think I'm going to get much out of Smeargle this game. Yeah. Is Origin Pulse better, or should I Ice Beam? I think I'm going to Ice Beam because I hate missing. And, okay, honestly, the chip damage on Kyogre is not going to be that valuable to me. Like, okay, it might be, and maybe I'm going to eat my words, but... This Yveltal is actually a big problem. And getting rid of it would be huge. Getting rid of Yveltal would be a foul play. Interesting. So this is probably foul play and... Ooh, it's a Smeargle. So hopefully we make a trade here. Even if I take Thunder damage on my Kyogre, I'm okay with that. We're going to use Kyogre's faster Life Orb. So we do find out the item. So I do expect Ice Beam to KO here. Which is good. Which has the potential to be good. And we're going to see if he goes for a Thunder. I would hope that with Raichu he doesn't have Thunder, but... Ah! They always have Thunder. Lots of damage. Am I paralyzed? Not paralyzed. So that is a good thing. A light in the darkness. And I think I have a way to out of this one. Trying to think. Honestly, I'm okay with that trade. The only bad thing is that I took so much damage with Kyogre. It's going to depend on what his last Pokemon is. If it's something like Ferrothorn, that's great. If it's something like Landorus, the only good side about it being Landorus is that he has to, like, if he wants to Earthquake, he has to Earthquake himself. Like, his partners aren't immune. The downside, of course, is that all my Pokemon are weak to ground or weak to Choice Band Earthquake. Otaku, don't know what that is. Mr. Raichu. I'm trying to think, dude. What my best play is. Tempted to go for a substitute here. I actually think Substitute's a pretty solid move. I don't really want to reset the rain is the thing. So even... What's worst case scenario? I think the obvious move is switch to Groudon and Protect, right? So I think I'm going to do this. I think I have to stop thinking about the obvious move. I think that's a way I could improve my play. I think Substitute plus Origin Pulse is a safe move. Because I should be living... My Substitute should be living a Volt Switch. In which case, he can fake out my... And I think that is less likely that he Origin Pulses. Because the odds... I feel like the obvious move here is go to Groudon. And so because of that, that's why I'm subbing. But of course, it could go anyway, so he doesn't fake out. So hopefully my Kyogre will be able to launch an Origin Pulse. He probably goes for Volt Switch. Nuzzle. Okay, so there we go. He does go Nuzzle here. So if Origin Pulse picks up the KO on this Raichu, if it connects... Wow, I'm shocked. Origin Pulse is actually the worst move in the game. Like, I hate Origin Pulse so much. But it does pick up the KO there. So Raichu's gone, so I'm not even sure if that's Assault Vest. I have no idea. Ice Beam comes out. So yeah, like we expected, that is the Ice Beam into, yeah, the Kyogre. So I just decided to stay in there, made a solid, like, I think, I would say that was a solid prediction. I thought it felt pretty safe. And Express Evo comes out. Who's the Salamence? So I think what I'll do here, this, what do I need to do to win? If I Icy, I'm definitely Icy winning, right? I could Protect. Because what does he do? I think he protects Salamence, right? But is there, even knowing that, is there a better thing I can do here? He can go Icy Wind into Double Edge. I'm going to protect both. Do I want to protect both, or do I want to protect Origin Pulse? I think I want to protect Origin Pulse. I think that's better. This might be... I feel like this might be dumb. I feel like if I watch this back, I'll be able to identify that this was a bad play. Wolf, if you're watching this in the future, that might have been a bad play. I understand that. I was expecting the Salamence to protect, and I wanted to cover for that by using Icy Wind to lower its speed stat. But I understand that maybe that was not super fluff. Okay, so he does protect. Maybe there's a better move. Maybe Sludge Bomb and Gengar would be better. I expect this to be a Water-type attack, or an Ice Beam into my Gengar. And I connect with 2 Origin Pulses. That's 3! I hit 3 for 3! Wow. This is not going to happen in tournament. I literally understand that play 0%. I have a negative understanding of why he did that. No offense, I'm sure it made sense. I just don't understand why. I guess he wanted Kyogre gone? I would have thought Gengar was the real threat. Right? Because he can Hyper Voice me, I guess. Do I have a safe move here? Is Icy Wind bad? If I Icy Wind and I miss, do I lose? I think Icy Wind plus I think Icy Wind plus Precipice Blade should pick up the KO. I could also Sludge Bomb. I believe in Icy Wind. Let me do this. He could Tailwind. That could actually be problematic if he Tailwinds. But I don't see how he can Tailwind without... Can he Tailwind without protecting his Kyogre? Should I have doubled the Groudon or the Mence? Okay. No misses. Nice. So Icy Wind comes out. Gengar opens his mouth hugely wide. Gonna do a lot of damage. I think I should have Fire Punched in retrospect. I think that was definitely the better play. But I'm not very... I have like no attack 80s on Groudon, so I don't know if Fire Punch should KO. He goes for Hyper Voice, so actually with a crit he might win here. 125 down to 53, which means it's about 70. There we go. There's the misses I was looking for. And actually, I think I could lose this. I think I could genuinely lose this. Right? Oh, he's -1 speed, though. That kind of makes things a little trickier. Do you think Fire Punch KOs at this range? Does anyone know? I want to sub again. Wait, I might actually lose this. I should probably, like, turn it on. I want to sub, but I don't know if I should. Should I sub? Wait, think, Wolf. Think, you big idiot. I have to go to dinner, so I have to win this one. Why don't I just calc? I'm so stupid. Here, you guys can watch. Ugh, fine. I think that's enough. I should have Sludge Bombed. I knew. If this doesn't KO any Hyper Voices, I actually lose. Come on, Groudon! Group on! I have no idea how many attack EVs I have. That barely KO'd. That was not supposed to KO. I'm super sorry, Pablo. I could tell by the way that went. That was not going to KO. Ice Beam comes out into, let's see, boop, Groudon. Yeah, so if he Hyper Voiced there, I 100% lost. But unfortunately for him, he didn't. And now Mr. Gengar behind a sub and Groudon will take this one. So Sludge Bomb and Fire Punch here. Not going to risk another stupid Precipice Blades miss because I anticipate Sludge Bomb plus Fire Punch plus Fire Punch plus Sludge Bomb, picking up the KO. Still no poisons, so let's see how much Fire Punch does to Kyogre without one of your fun. Enough. Maybe I'm running. Maybe I have the wrong Groudon. Maybe I have a lot of attack. Oh my god. I think my EVs are really wrong on Groudon. I think I'm being super inefficient. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this battle. This was definitely a lot closer than the last one. I hope you enjoyed watching this team and me kind of learning the process, like figuring out how to use it and stuff, because this is like a new experience for me. Obviously, this is the first tournament matches I've played. These are the first games I've played other than a few games on Showdown with the team. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was informative. I hope this was exciting. I hope you enjoyed seeing my Smeargle get destroyed. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in seeing more of this team, I think that by the time I post this, Florida Regionals will have happened, so you can kind of see, like, if I got destroyed at Florida Regionals, and, like, you can be like, oh, I see why, like, looking back. So, yes, anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.